Welcome to the 245 podcast, where that's the amount of days that I'll be on break before I return to college again. Because I'm a college dropout, baby.
Mitch officially dropped out of college.
Mitch is
First semester.
doing what every parent has nightmares of growing up.
Wastes 1.5 years worth of college money, then just stops.
Drops out. But
Yeah, I'm never returning again.
he's going to start his career at Dairy Queen.
Mitch is going full time.
Yeah.
Yep.
DQ.
He's
Yes,
like,
sir.
nursing? Nah. DQ? Yeah. No, Mitch, actually, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Explain to
Explain to
people
the
who don't
people.
understand that you're not
Oh,
actually
I
college
see,
Of course,
I see.
I know what you're doing.
I am temporarily a college dropout. So I'm just taking a gap semester right now because I have no classes to take. So I thought I might have been starting the nursing school this year, but my advisor was like, no, that's probably like a lot harder than you want. And so she was like, take the rest of the classes. We'll get you in one of the nursing classes ahead of time so you have enough credits for athletics. And then, yeah. So I finished all those last semester, and now I have nothing else to take until next fall, which is when you can start nursing school because you can't do it midway through the year.
And now me and Joey are alone in the dorm.
They have their
Yeah.
giant suite
Uh-huh.
only for 2 people.
Yep. And we're
Did
going
you
to...
guys put the bed over the couch yet?
Not yet. Me and Joey are going to make a double-decker couch with Mitch's bed. We're going to put a loft over our couch
Yes.
to make a double-decker couch, and we're going to use his desk. Currently, it's being used as a snack holder. He's holding 4 giant boxes of snacks that Mandy gave Joey. And
Let's go.
also a fridge full of Izzy's. So shout out Mandy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she
Can I have
came
an
in
Izzy?
clutch. Yes,
Yeah, you can have an
absolutely,
Izzy.
Josh.
Golf clap for Mandy coming in clutch with her snacks.
Izzy's are the best.
Thank you,
So good
Mandy.
taste. Good taste.
Yes.
Nice.
But it will be used as our TV stand probably eventually. Oh, there's a
Shout
ambulance.
out to the ambulance that just went past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salute to the ambulance going
Our
by.
thoughts and prayers are with whoever needs that ambulance.
Yep.
Probably at the nursing home across the street.
Oh, yeah. It visits there a lot.
You
Well,
gu-
That's
you
not
guys,
funny.
You guys can't laugh after you say that. That's terrible.
sorry, Joey.
My bad.
Wait. You guys just hear that?
I heard
I
it.
did.
I heard.
Joey,
Joey,
did you hear it this time?
What are you talking about? I can
Hey,
just
Joey.
hear you guys.
You were just deaf to this.
It's the mail sound, Joey. You didn't hear it?
No, I did not.
We
have-
just got a letter. We just got a
Oh,
letter.
that's a throwback.
We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. All right.
Few
Mike
people-
can tell you who it's
A
from.
few people, actually. So we got a couple emails. I'll be reading the first one. This is the latest one we got. We got it on January 6th. Someone emailing us for the second time. This email is from the Google account team. So last time it was actually just Google, but now we have like a team dedicated just to emailing us.
It's the account team for the 245 podcast.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yep. And it's google-no-reply@google.com.
I think we should email them back.
Yeah, we should.
We
What are
should
the
reply.
odds?
Sorry, I just had to cough there for a second.
That was awkward.
Getting over a cold right now.
Same.
As you guys can see, my eyes are a little red. Just kidding, you can't see that.
Because it's only audio.
It's only audio, get pranked. But the guys can see my eyes were kind of red, so that's kind of fun. Anyways, the Google account team, they sent us an email with the subject, reminder, you have web and app activity turned on. Hello, 245. To protect your privacy, this is a reminder that you have your web and app activity setting turned on. Web and app activity is a setting that lets you save to your Google account the things you do on Google sites, apps, and services, including your searches and associated information like location and language. It can also give you more personalized experiences across Google, like faster searches and better recommendations. And then in bold, it says, you're in control. No action is required on your part.
That's bold coming from Google.
I know.
Yeah.
Get it bold? You can review your activity and change your settings anytime. If you'd like to turn off web and app activity, review and delete your activity, or turn on auto-delete, visit My Activity. For step-by-step instructions, visit our web and app activity help center. Google. Wow. They're very helpful to us.
Thanks, Google team.
All these like instructions for how to do this, and they're just very thoughtful.
Well, thanks for the mail, Google. You're gonna be in the running for our most emailed fan.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Braden and Justin, watch out because Google might be your number one fan.
Google's gunning for your spot like fast.
Guys, Google listens to our podcast and everything about our lives. So you have some contenders here.
They are listening live right now.
Yeah, probably from our phones.
Mitch is about to chuck his phone through the window.
Yeah.
No surveillance for Mitch. All right. Speaking of our biggest fans, the next email I'm going to read is from Braden Ritzma. And this was, I think he sent this right after our 2022 review podcast came out. So this was a while ago, 10 days to be exact. But Braden says, it's been a minute. Why, yes, it has. He hadn't written in a while, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the emails.
Good to know he's
worry.
alive.
Yeah, I was starting to worry about him, so
Yeah.
good to know he's all right.
Keep the emails coming. But he says, I know Justin says he's number one, but due to his recent appearances, he may just be number one. So this is interesting. Braden is possibly conceding his biggest fan spot to Justin because Justin has made now 2 appearances on the pod.
Bold move.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very, very humble of you, Braden.
Yeah.
Shows good character. And he says, I'm going to have to buy merch or double listen to reclaim my place. First of all, yes, you should listen to every podcast episode twice because that's a really good use of your time.
Yeah.
But second of all, he brought up merch.
I didn't think we were going to talk about merch. I thought we were keeping that out the DL. But I guess we could talk about merch.
We could talk about it.
It's coming this year.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it would be funny to make merch.
It could be funny.
I would wear it.
Justin has made merch for stuff. We could make merch.
Yeah, Justin, hit us up because you have experience with the weekly
Teach us.
walrus and merch. And if we want to do merch, you could help us out.
Teach us, Master
Help
Uguay.
us out and you'll really be number one.
Yep.
Yep.
Braden continues saying, concerning the most recent podcast, Joey is correct. His engagement would not make my top 3 highlights this year. Maybe top 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I am very proud of his fashion pursuits. And that's in regard to, I think, your purchases with your sweatshirt and your shoes.
Oh, nice. Nice. Thanks,
he's
Bray.
proud of you.
I appreciate that. I always look for approval from my younger brother.
He says you should be commended. So feel commended, Joey.
I feel so commended.
And lastly, Micah, I propose a trade. I minister your wedding for free, and you can video my grad party for free.
Why would you want your grad party video? That's such a bad trade-off. Gotta say, Braden.
Grad party highlight video.
I don't know.
Dude, that'd be
pretty hype.
sick.
Also, that seems like just a double loss for Mike because he doesn't want you to minister his wedding. So
And then
he's
I
letting you
also have
minister,
to-
and then he has to video your thing for free.
What a horrible trade,
So that's well, it's not even a trade. It's just you give me 2 things and I give you 0.
basically.
Yeah.
So you have to come back with a new proposition, Braden.
better
Gonna have to
proposition
say
next time.
no deal.
Yep.
Maybe go to college for business and you'll learn how to make a better trade.
Yeah.
I don't know what you learn in business.
Maybe you should go to trade school.
That was pretty good, Mitch.
I hear
Thanks.
trade school is really good option these days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like trading stocks. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was like those YouTube videos where they say I traded a paperclip for a house.
Yeah. That one TED Talk.
they just teach you how to make trades and
Uh-huh.
eventually get a house.
Yep.
All right. Our last email is from Travis, and he says, top 3 moments of 2022. And this was after our 2022 review. So we did our top 3 moments. Now these are his. He says, number 3, discovering the 245 podcast. Number
go.
2, binging the 245 podcast. Number 1, getting a mention on the 245 podcast. In parentheses, truly life-changing.
Mm.
We are very glad your life was changed this year and that we were such a big part of it.
Yeah.
It was-
And wait, there's one more thing at the bottom
Well,
there.
there's 2 more things.
2 more things.
He signed Travis and then under his signature, born in the government simulation that is Iowa. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then intramural volleyball champion, ISU.
Yes.
No way.
That's kind of
Wow.
big time.
That is big time.
So Travis is an intramural champion just like us. Not Josh, though.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
not yet.
Josh.
Wow.
You gotta
that
get
was-
on that.
That was a low blow.
Not yet.
How if I'm playing on your intramural basketball team tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you guys win, will I be an intramural champion?
Well, we're not. It's not for the championship game.
No, I'm saying
so
if your team goes on to
Oh,
win and
then
I've played
yes.
on it.
Yeah.
yes.
We'll make sure to get a shirt for you.
Let's go. All right. Well, that's all the mail we're going to do. Thank you to Travis, Braden, and the Google Accounts team for your thoughtful mail. I'd also like to give a shout out to some listeners who I found out listened over break, and that would be my aunt and my cousins. So shout out to Aunt Amy, and then I'm not sure who all listens, but Elisa, maybe Lewis, maybe Gracia. I don't know.
Let's go.
Whoever listens. Golf clap for my cousins.
Even the farmers listen to us.
Even out in Iowa.
In the government simulation.
How do they like get Wi-Fi to listen to us?
I don't know. That's a good question. We should like interview them sometime. How do you manage to listen to the 245 podcast in like
Without Wi-Fi.
in the
See,
middle of
it's a
cornfield?
government simulation, so each stalk of corn actually like supplies more Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. I didn't
This
know
is
that.
an interesting theory.
That's like a absolute zero take. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
true.
Fair. Okay. Joey, you haven't talked much, and I know you have a list of things that you would like to discuss. So hit us.
Perfect. I've been trying to keep a list of stuff that we have to talk about on the next podcast. So the first one, I'd like to intro this with something. Every now and then in our society and our culture, there's certain men and women that are just transformational. Martin Luther, Abraham Lincoln, making a huge difference in our society. I would like to add a name to that list. In one person in this studio has come into contact with this person over break. That person is Young Gravy.
Mr. Clean himself. He's out of pocket.
He's so
Stop
delicious.
Oh.
And the person who came into contact with him would be none other than Josh Cruz.
The only one that doesn't listen to him.
The only one that like really has no idea who he is.
Okay, Josh, would you like to hit us with the story of what has happened?
I will. So as I think we mentioned, I went to Arizona over break, and we were at the airport in Minneapolis, getting ready to fly out to Phoenix. And I think it was around like 9:00. Our flight was scheduled to leave at 10, and our plane was coming from Los Angeles, and it landed in MSP at about like 9:15. And then we were like sitting right by the gate as that flight got off the plane and like went out into wherever they needed to go. And lo and behold, walking from the plane that just flew from Los Angeles was Young Gravy. At least I saw someone really tall and like wearing fancy things, and I was like, oh, they look rich. And then Justin, I don't even know how Justin recognized him. Justin just has a knack for like seeing people and like
Remembering faces.
yeah, remembering. I don't know even. I don't know. He doesn't listen to Young Gravy, but he had seen him like a picture of him once or twice, and he's like, I think that's him. So then I was kind of like slow on the draw, but he and Caleb like right away got up and started walking after him just to see if it was him. And they like walked through the airport and got really close behind him on an escalator and saw like his hand, which he had like a watch and he had a ring. Then they went on Instagram and like they matched what he was wearing in his posts.
Yes.
So it was definitely him. They should have just like said, oh, can we get a picture? Because I think he would have been cool about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't, which is fine. But they were within like 2 feet.
Missed
Wow.
opportunity.
And I've been within 2 feet of Justin since then. So that basically means I've been within
Transitive
like
property.
4 feet of Young Gravy.
Yep.
That's such an honor, Mike.
That's crazy.
Joey, can you again give your list of people who Young Gravy is in the company of?
Martin Luther and Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the list of, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. That was obviously number one on the list. Second, much less important. The purple Doritos are mine. Okay.
Oh, that's what your cousin said?
Yep. I got a text. They're confirmed mine.
So
Okay.
Mitch stole.
Yep. Mitch stole some of them.
Oops.
Okay.
Can't believe you'd do that, Mitch.
It was really good though.
Sliding into number 3. Micah.
Hey. This is part of my break. We haven't gotten to this part yet.
Well, I'm making you bring it up now because
Okay,
it's on
we'll
the
talk
list.
about it now.
So, Mike, hit us with the story.
I was driving back from Kylie's house, and I was driving down 65, and suddenly the car in front of me, I was going like a pretty good speed limit. Like it was slippery, and I was going pretty slow. Suddenly the car in front of me, I think it was the car in front of that car that like slowed down a little quickly, which means the car in front of me slowed down a little quickly, which meant I had to slow down quickly. And I hit my brake, and guess what I did not do?
Break.
Slow down quickly, and also brake. So
Well, you did break.
I did
You
brake.
just didn't slow down.
I didn't slow
Not
down
very
quickly.
effectively.
No. So I'm sliding. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna hit the car in front of me. So I don't even overcorrect. I slightly turn the wheel to the left because there's no cars in the lane next to me on my left. I'm like, okay, I'll just turn to the lane next to me. Beep. So I did a little turn, and I turned left a little bit, and then started sliding. The back end of my car went to the left, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to, like, keep sliding. So I turned left a little bit to try to, like, get straight again, and then I ended up sliding again, started going straight, barely missed the car that was in front of me, and then went right into the ditch. Luckily, it was only my front 2 tires totally covered. My back left was completely on the road. My back right was only slightly in the snow. So this is before it snowed like 12 inches, luckily. But yeah, first time I've ever been in the ditch. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, dang, what do I do? So first thing I do is I call my mom.
Nice.
She's like, call your dad. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So I call my dad and he's like, oh, where are you? And I said, oh, I'm actually right across the street from Letterman. And he said, well, call Eric, which is Kylie's dad, because they work at Letterman. And he said, see if they have like someone there with a truck and a tow strap. So I called him. He did not answer. So I called her mom, and she did answer. I told her what was going on, and she said there's no one there that could help me.
Wow.
So I said, at the same time, my dad had texted me and said people were on their way. So I said I was fine. And then my dad and this guy from my church were on his way with a truck and a tow strap. But before they got there, some random dude stopped by with a tow strap, and he helped me. But we didn't have a shovel to like shovel out some of the snow. And then this random lady just stopped with a shovel. So
Wow.
we shoveled out some of the snow. He pulled me right out, and I was good to go. So thanks to those 2 kind strangers.
Yeah, shout out to random people on 65.
I don't even
Let's
know
go.
I don't even know their name. The one guy, I don't know, Mark, and the random lady, Jill. Yep.
Mark and
clap.
Jill.
Golf clap.
Thanks, Mark and Jill. They saved my life. I might have died, guys. That could have been tragic.
Okay, so was 65 just not that busy at that point?
It was fairly busy. It was like, I think it was like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So it was after rush hour, but it wasn't like horribly busy or completely empty.
Okay, and then how did he pull you out? Like, did he hook it to the front of his truck and then back up into ongoing traffic, or did he turn it around? Or how did he do that?
So I was mostly facing the right way of traffic. So he hooked it onto the back of his truck, the front of my car, and then he just drove with traffic on the shoulder and pulled me out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow. What a good dude.
Yeah. And he had said he just pulled out someone else like 5 minutes before that. So
Really?
and he had like looked like a mechanic's like jumper on. So he probably was coming home from work, helping a couple people out. So that was very, very nice of him.
Nice.
What a kind heart.
Yep. So that was a little scary thing that happened. It was either that or hit the car in front of me. So
Yes.
I'd take that any day.
Yep. So high schoolers, if you're new to driving, always hit the least expensive thing. So
Yep.
it's pretty cheap to hit a ditch. It's very expensive to hit a car. It's even more expensive to hit a kid. So don't hit a kid.
Moral of the story.
Don't hit
Yep.
kids.
It hit a dog over a kid.
Okay, let's just go to the next
It
thing.
No, isn't there that one like computer simulation game where you need to decide like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
do you hit like the family or the grandma or they like
That's horrible.
like you always hit the old person because they have the least life left.
I remember Eli absolutely loved that game.
Yup.
Sounds like a good solution to the trolley problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoever-
Exactly. Okay. Moving on. Big announcement in the history of our podcast that I finally get to make.
Mm.
We have passed 1,500 listens on the pod.
So,
What are you doing, Mike? What was that sound?
I was trying to do
He's
a
being
high
shocked.
screech, like squeal, but my throat is dead, so nothing came out. Like
Thanks, Mitch, for covering.
I physically can't do it. That's so funny.
Okay, and
It's a
then
little awkward.
we're a little behind. So fact check. Current listens
1,600.
Yoink!
Gets stolen.
Haha.
1,633 is how many listens we are
Dang.
currently at. Okay, moving on.
We also have a bunch of new countries.
Okay,
Wait,
Do
someone
we
Someone
list
just,
some?
we gotta. Someone just using
Yeah.
a VPN.
Australia, Canada, Sweden, Taiwan, Lithuania, India, Mexico, Germany, Norway.
Let's go.
But we'll never forget
How many
our,
listens from
our
those?
original one from Taiwan.
Yep.
All those are less than 1%.
Yes.
Oh,
So definitely
so
a
probably
VPN.
just one listen.
We're looking at you, Will Scudinga.
Yeah. If that's you, Will, please actually like email us because we want to know who it is.
Yeah.
And are you using NordVPN?
VPN.
NordVPN? Because you can use NordVPN. This is our ad for
Discount code.
Yeah.
Use 245 podcast for 20% off your next month of NordVPN.
Yes.
Not actually. Not
Don't actually
sponsored.
try that. We're not
No.
sponsored.
Yeah,
Please,
we're not
don't get us in
sponsored.
trouble.
Yet.
Yet. Okay. Another interesting thing that I thought happened over break. We, as alumni, were invited back to the high school to play alumni game versus the varsity team. Who was all there? I was there.
Not me.
Me.
It was me, Joey, Micah, not Micah, sorry. Me, Joey, Mitchell, Evan, and Josiah Logie.
And what was the final score of the game?
I don't remember.
80 to 44.
I believe, fact check, I think that's true.
All right,
Yeah.
wait. Down below in the comments that don't exist, you guys to guess who won the game. I'll give you 3
Ooh.
seconds. 3, 2, 1. And you're wrong.
Any comments from here on out is cheating.
It was the alumni.
Yep.
Easy.
Alumni took the dub, which was, I don't know. I remember we did it the year before. And
We
I
got
think
creamed.
we got crushed because we were just so out of shape, the alumni. But this year we kind of had Evan, so that kind of helped.
You're still out of shape. Just had Evan this
Yeah,
year.
we just had Evan, so that was enough. But yeah, that's all I got on the list. I have a few other things, but that I think we'll talk about that over when we talk about our breaks. So yeah,
Which is kind of what we're doing this podcast. If you didn't pick up on it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the end of Christmas break, and we're talking about our break.
Well, for one of us, it's the end of Christmas break. Me and Joey are already
Well-
back in school.
For two of you.
oh,
And
he right.
yeah, well, me and Joey are back in school. Josh is leaving tomorrow to go back to Dort, and Mitch is
Leaving never.
coming back in August. But yeah, I know this is probably a little confusing that we're doing an episode about our Christmas break when we had an episode last week after Christmas break. I know it's so confusing. I know you guys can do it. I know you can think through it.
You got this, guys.
I know
I
you-
believe in you.
I know
don't
you
think
guys.
It's that confusing.
I know you guys think that we record these like on Friday morning, the day it comes out. That's just not what happens. So just trust me. Yeah, just trust me.
Mike,
Yep.
I trust you.
Yeah.
I
my
trust you,
life.
Mike.
Sometimes things are recorded out of order. I think the people got to realize that.
Yep.
You know,
Mm.
we make mistakes too.
That's
But this
deep.
this is kind of a sad day because I've recorded a lot of podcasts now in person with you guys, and this one will be the last one for probably a while.
Yeah. And we never said Josh was in the studio, but he is.
I am in the studio. I feel like it goes without saying for now.
Yeah.
just
But-
because we have been for the past 4-ish episodes.
Next week, he'll be back in his dorm room.
Actually, you guys want an even more confusing fact? So the episode that came out last week, which I was not in, was recorded before like the previous 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And that one was just really not time based at all. So we could just kind of do it whenever we didn't have a space to fill.
Yeah, we basically just posted it last week because we were all on break the 2 weeks before that, so we didn't have a lot of time to record. So it was a good time to post it. But now we're back in the studio. We're not in Josh's basement either.
We're gonna do
yeah.
that again sometime. 'cause
That'll
that
probably
was
be a lot of the
hype.
summer episodes. So get ready for that.
And an episode in the back of Josh's truck.
Oh, sorry. We're going back. Do you guys hear the sound?
I did hear the sound.
Yep.
Yeah, we forgot one piece of mail. And this was not an email. This was just Dana texting me today. And she had to go back a day early for RA stuff. Shout out to Dana, who needs 1 day of RA training before second semester.
What?
And Mike needed like
Dort knows what's up.
Dort is based, man.
Dort did like a single day of like RA stuff before second
That's
semester.
all we needed, honestly.
Mike was there for like a lot. It
Hey,
seemed
but
like a lot.
I learned about the Enneagram, guys.
They taught you about the Enneagram.
Why
in
did
RA
they do
training?
that?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
What did Dana have to say?
Anyways, Dana said, today, just driving back to Dorton, I've been listening and catching up on the podcast, and I've been really enjoying it. So keep doing what you're doing. And then later said, okay, I'm still listening. And I got to say, especially in the 2022 episode, Joey has to be one of the funniest people I've heard.
No way.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
And I said, I
Dana-
will let him know because he will love that.
Dana, you are my new favorite person that goes to Dort.
Oof.
Wow.
Oof.
That's a shot.
I'm just kidding.
No, that's justified.
Josh
Yeah.
was my first love.
That was the first love, but I was quickly replaced.
But thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. I try. I just wake up every day, look in the mirror, tell myself a joke, and then that's
Mess
what
up your hair.
mess up my hair, and then go for it.
Yeah.
Today,
Just send it.
I'm gonna make some people's days by making them laugh,
Aw.
Mm.
and I
Aw.
do. Yeah.
Anyways, that was the short intermission for the mail I forgot. Where were
Good. I think we got to start talking about each of our breaks, what we did over
we?
it.
Yeah. Mitchell, how about you start?
Yeah. So, ever since I got back, I got to start working at Dairy Queen, like usual. I don't know. I didn't do too much with my break, but there was that. There was obviously the Christmas and New Year's celebrations.
What'd
Christmas
you get
was-
for Christmas?
I actually got a new desk for my computer setup because the one that I had before was completely janky.
Couldn't
was-
trust it with the thousands of dollars of
Yeah.
gaming equipment.
Yes. It was very shaky and old, and it was like $20, and it was exactly what you'd expect for $20 on a desk. So, yeah, that was my big present. And then I got this new hat that I've been loving from my brother and his fiance.
Yeah, I haven't
And
seen your
then-
hair in like 3 weeks.
It's kind of a sick hat.
Good. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then I also got these Sherpa-lined sweatpants that are extremely comfortable,
Whoa.
and I'm addicted to them because they feel really nice on my legs.
I think
Just-
Biden said something like that once.
Mike, what are you referring to?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. I just love how like Mitchell has dropped out of college and now his favorite thing is Sherpa lined pants. Like that makes
Yes.
so much sense.
All right. Anyways, after that bombshell, let's see. My New Year's was pretty good. I hung out with my other brother Ben. We played the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, for like 4.5 hours before just rewatching an ABC live rendition of the New York Times Square ball drop. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, haven't done much. Went to Wausau with a few of these boys. And yeah, I'll leave that to be explained by them.
Mike, you go next.
Popcorn Mike.
I got it. All right. Well, one of the earliest things that happened in my break was the car in the ditch. So we already talked about that. So we won't talk about that right now. Another small thing that happened. I went to Kylie's extended family's annual Christmas bowling at Flaherty's Bowl. And when I say extended, I mean like this is all of her dad's cousins and all of their spouses and kids and all of his uncles and stuff. So it's like 50 people at this bowling. Hardly anyone knows who I am except for her main extended family. So, I come in, we're all mixed up into random groups. I'm with like a bunch of people I don't know, except for a couple of her cousins that I do know. And I go in first round. I bowl a 207.
Holy cow.
Goated.
My highest score before that was in like 150 something. So I beat it by 50. I've never bowled this well in my life. I got like 4 strikes straight out of the bat. I don't know what was happening. I must have had some really good breakfast that day, but
You're just like on an adrenaline boost to like
I know.
impress these new people.
I will never bowl that well again in my life, probably. Because the second game I bowled a 125. So a little bit worse than that.
Downgrade.
But anyways, they have this bowling shoe that they give out to the person with the highest score every year. They started this last year. The guy had 175. And there was a lot of controversy
What?
about me, whether I deserve the shoe or not.
What?
Because I'm not married into the family.
You got a
Oh.
207. It's not your fault. They're
But he's not in the
dog at
family,
bowling.
Joey.
And the second guy down had a 187, also not married into the family.
Oh.
The 2 best bowlers there aren't married into the family.
Schumacher's terrible at bowling.
You should have
And-
just pulled out the ring right then.
The third guy down was the son of the guy who was arguing against me getting it. So he was trying to argue against us two not married into the family so his son could get the bowling shoe.
How did they settle this dispute?
The guy who won it the previous year, they ultimately let him decide, and he decided that I deserved the bowling shoe.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Game respects game.
I got the shoe. I went up in front of everyone, got the shoe, got my hand shaked by the guy from last year. I got a Sharpie, wrote my name and my score on the back of the shoe like he did. And everyone was actually like, because I got 125 my second game, I was playing horrible, like worse than I usually do. Someone went up to Kylie's mom and said, Micah doesn't need to he doesn't need to what's the word?
Sandbag it.
He doesn't need to play badly on purpose.
That's what sandbagging is.
So he doesn't show off, because everyone thought I was bowling badly on purpose the second game because I felt bad. They're like, he doesn't need to feel bad about being good at bowling. And then she was like, no, I think he's just not having a good second game. And I was like, so everyone thought I was throwing on purpose the second game.
Goodness. That is mastermind.
A lot of controversy going around that day. So that was funny.
You got some beefs to settle.
I do have some beef to settle. So next year, I have to win that shoe back again. Become the legend of the family before I'm even in the family.
Bowling legend. That's funny.
So that was an interesting day. I also went to my grandparents' cabin, went a couple days later than we wanted to because toilets were overflowing. We had to use RV toilets up there, which are basically mini porta potties that are inside the bathroom. And then my grandpa had to empty them out into the sewage every day. So kind of
Yikes.
nasty for him to do that. But the cabin was a lot of fun. Went down the lake. We made a fire on the lake. Hey, should we post some pictures on our Instagram of some pictures from our break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So
We should do that.
I'll include a picture of the fire on the lake in there. And yeah, just hung out with family. It was a good time. For Christmas, I got a small rig camera cage for my camera.
It looks sick.
It makes it look sick. I got some Amazon gift cards. I got a shirt. I got some pants. I got glow-in-the-dark bean bags for the dorm.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually cool.
So that's fancy. And yeah, that's some of the things I got. And then went to Wausau, Wisconsin with Mitch, Joey, and a bunch of other guys. We went downhill skiing. It was a lot of fun. And we just hung out, went through the town, played some video games, watched some Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
We watched.
What video games did you play?
I didn't play any. Call of Duty. Sam
Mainly
played
the
that.
new Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mitch played Fortnite.
Yep.
We played pool, ping pong.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hot tubbed.
Hot tub. We had
Did
prime
you
rib.
go in like jump in the snow again or did
Yeah.
you?
We did. And then the second night, Joey left when we still had 2 nights left.
Joey, what the
What
heck?
happened, Joey?
Do you want me to talk about it now?
I
or
do
like-
want you to
Okay.
talk
Yeah,
about
just-
it now.
So,
with this.
so here's the deal, Leo, and send us an email if you think I made the right decision or not.
For the record, we were all telling him the opposite.
The
of what he
whole
wanted.
day.
Yep.
Everyone.
Okay. So here's what happened. I came down on the 1st, and I got there at about 1 o'clock. So my plan was to stay there the 1st, the 2nd, and then leave the morning of the 3rd. So keep that in mind. I was going to leave in the morning of the 3rd because I had to get back for a basketball game that night on the 3rd. So I was going to be back in time for that. So the weather was good on the 1st. We hung out and stuff all day. But then the next day, I started checking the weather and I realized that there was a winter storm warning that was coming, and it started the 3rd at 3 in the morning and then went like till 6 p.m. So my game was during the middle of that snowstorm. So I was like, I said I would be back for this game. So I'm going to do everything that I can to be back for this game. So the best decision that I thought I could make was to leave after skiing. So the night of the 2nd, I left Wausau at, I believe,
Like 10 o'clock.
yeah, it was 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yep. So I left at like 10:20 and then drove the 3 hours back. I got there a little after 1, and the trip actually went really well. What's nice is there was no one on the roads at that hour, so I didn't have to worry about it a lot. But all the boys, for some reason, wanted me to stay. Now, hindsight, that would have worked because the game actually ended up getting canceled.
It's like we all said that would happen.
But you didn't know that.
We knew.
No,
We knew.
no. See, that's
Yeah.
the thing is you didn't.
We knew. That's
'Cause
why we
you
were
can't-
telling you
Wait,
the
Joey,
whole entire day.
Joey. Did it get canceled?
Yes.
Then we knew.
We knew.
I think that's a logical fallacy, but all right, we'll move on.
Shut up.
So I know the boys didn't like it. Of course, if I would have known 100% that the game would have got canceled, I would have just kept staying there. But I had to get back. I ended up beating the storm, which was nice. But yeah, the guys were not thrilled about that.
And then
Yeah.
you missed prime rib the next day.
Yep.
I
So,
did
yeah.
miss prime rib. I had ribs. Those were
You had ribs,
amazing.
but not prime rib.
I didn't have prime rib. No, I did not.
Yeah.
Which is highly unfortunate. But yeah. So yeah, there you go, Mike. That's the story. That's
You're
what
welcome.
happened. Email in if you think I made the right decision.
2.4.podcast@gmail.com.
You messed it up.
Yeah, you literally.
You forgot the
sorry.
5.
2.4.5.podcast@gmail.com with 245 spelled out.
And podcast.
Well,
He's not
Sorry.
wrong.
I
He's
didn't-
not wrong.
Sorry.
don't want them to confuse.
Podcast is actually it's a number code, so you
Yeah.
have to like translate each letter to the corresponding number.
Yeah, no. All
Also,
spelled out.
dots are spelled out like
Yeah,
DOT.
not actually.
No.
We're
It's
confusing
a joke,
everyone.
guys.
We're
They're
confusing.
periods.
Oh my-
This is a very confusing episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I believe in you still.
We're just throwing so many curveballs, but I'm glad we have such an intelligent fan base.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, Joey, since you're already talking about that, you want to tell us about your break and what you got for Christmas and all that fun
Yeah,
stuff?
sure. So right after break, I think I was at home for a few days, just chilling. We had some basketball games and practices, so we couldn't go anywhere. But then we drove down to Wisconsin. We changed our plans last minute and left earlier because there was a storm. We had some really bad weather right around Christmas time. The wind was a big problem. It was high winds and we had snow, so that was blowing around. We ended up making the right decision for that. We got down kind of before it got bad. So we had a really good time in Wisconsin. We weren't able to see a lot of family because anyone that was driving in more than 20 minutes wasn't able to make it because it was like blizzard-like conditions a lot. It was interesting because we have one of my aunts and uncles, they don't live very far away, but it still took them super long to get home because they had a different route because there was snow that was packed in on the road and you couldn't drive through it. So I'm glad my family didn't travel because that would have been unsafe. But I did a lot of snowmobiling. That was a lot of fun, guys.
I want to do that so bad.
It's scary, man, but it's so much fun. I love it. So I did a lot of that. We stayed there a few days. I got a lot of clothes, which I'm okay with. I got some really nice shirts and stuff. So I'm excited to wear those. And then after a few days, we headed back up to Minnesota. I was at home for okay, what's going on? What's going on over there?
I was just laughing at your grammar.
Oh, what did I say?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to listen back to it and find
Yeah.
out.
Just keep going.
My mom will just tell me about it.
True.
So then we were back in Blaine for 2 or 3 hours, and then me and Mandy decided to drive up to my other grandpa and grandma's, which is an hour north, and we stayed up there. We played a lot of cards, did a lot of ice fishing and ice skating, which was a ton of fun. Yeah, that was a good time. Then I drove back on New Year's Eve, which is also nice driving time because there's not many people on the roads. And then I went down to Wausau on the 1st. You guys already heard about the Wausau trip, but it was a ton of fun. It's good to see the guys again after it was 2 weeks without seeing them or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Too long.
And then came back, had some basketball and stuff. And then, oh, wait, no, I didn't have any basketball because on Wednesday, which was the 3rd or the 4th, I got my wisdom teeth out.
Which I have videos ready to be played.
Oh, you're going to play them right now?
Which one do you want me to play, Joey?
Probably the one of me in the car.
Okay. The whole thing? The minute
Okay,
20?
hold on. Yeah, let me just explain something. If you haven't had your wisdom teeth out, for me, the drugs affect everyone differently. It was very interesting for me because I remember waking up and I was pretty aware. I wasn't going to say anything too stupid, but man, was I tripping like crazy. My voice sounds weird. I find the stupidest things funny. My reaction time was so slow, but I have some pretty iconic quotes, so we'll let Mike play these and we'll see what happens.
All right.
I think I could tear it up.
You want to go hooping?
Dribble, 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 dribble. Step back. 3. Over Carson's head. Boom, 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 pat.
Bam.
Send out a whoop text to play basketball. Because I want to go play basketball right now. And I'm going to the alumni game. You can't stop me.
Okay.
I am feeling perfectly fine right now. I'm a little of it. I'm a little funnier than normally am, but I'm perfectly funny without drugs. It's weird to talk because every time I bite down on the sauce,
It's there.
yeah. And I don't think I'm so fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore?
No, I don't have a sore throat.
Oh. Maybe it's all the numbness.
Oh, like great. I've been on my team. Anyways, I'm all good.
Okay, it's
So
funnier.
good.
It's funnier when you see it because he has this really innocent, wide-eyed expression.
Yeah.
Looks like a little kid.
And just his gestures are hilarious. But if you didn't catch it, he started by simulating a step back 3 over who's head?
Carson.
So
over
Carson,
Carson's
so
head.
I play with him at Legacy and stuff when we scrimmage.
So he said step back 3 over Carson's head, and he did the LeBron silencer celebration. And then you said you were definitely going to the alumni game because you feel just fine.
It's so funny because I can the weirdest thing is I have some memories of some stuff and I remember most of that clip, but literally I can't remember the rest of the trip home. And then as soon as I got home, I took a nap, so I was not at all ready to play basketball. But yeah, I had some other great quotes hey, we should do this again next week. I said, I can now see why people do drugs.
Feels
That-
really nice.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
feels really nice. So yeah,
I love how you started a sentence and then just looked with a blank face right at Mandy just for like 10 seconds. Just like,
Like,
you
what
know,
was I saying?
it was like, oh, it's like, it feels weird when I talk because like when I bite down on the gauze and then you just stare into the soul of Mandy for 5 seconds. Just like what?
There's also another video where the orthodontist or whatever puts her fingers in your mouth, and then she takes her fingers out, and then you bite down like 2 seconds later, and you're like, I'm sorry if I bit you. And it was like
Yeah.
3 seconds after she took her fingers out.
Sorry if I bit you.
That's pretty accurate. So
yep. So if you want to see more, you can pay me a very significant amount of money. Or I've heard Micah is dealing them out for free. So I guess you could talk to Micah about the videos.
yep.
They're really funny.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
We could post them on the 245 YouTube.
Or the Instagram with the other posts.
we should not at all do that because my JV basketball
What are the
players
odds?
will find them and then just keep playing them over and over. We can't
That's
have
probably a
that.
good idea.
Blackmail material.
Yep.
After the season's over,
Yep. Maybe once the season's done. Yeah.
when Joey's fired from his job.
Yep. When I get fired. Okay. So that was my break. Popcorn juice.
I'll talk about Arizona a little first. That was my Christmas present. It was a very good one. Our whole family went to Arizona.
You own Arizona?
The trip was the gift, Mike, not the whole state.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
Are your parents broke or something? Jeez.
They
can't buy
Arizona. Oh my goodness. No, it was really cool. And we got out of Minnesota just in time. We were kind of at the it was snowing as our flight left, so we got delayed probably like an hour and a half because the plane had to be de-iced and stuff. But we still got out, which is more than a lot of people could say. A lot of people got stuck in Minneapolis or other places. You guys probably know that all the crazy Southwest flight cancellations. But once we were in Arizona, it was, of course, beautiful weather. Probably my favorite stop was the Grand Canyon. I had never seen that before, and it's just kind of insane. Me, Justin, and Caleb hiked the whole thing, which was also a cool accomplishment. That was a lot of our trip, just hiking different places. We hiked in Phoenix. We hiked at Saguaro National Park in Tucson. Yeah, lots of hiking. Some hikes in Flagstaff. And let's see, what else we went to a pizza place where the entertainment is like this guy playing organ up front. It's like this huge, just crazy organ that he's playing while you're eating pizza. And
I've been there.
Organ Stop Pizza.
It is.
It's
insane.
a vibe.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It was really fun. But that was one of kind of like the entertainment attractions we went to. And we also went to the Musical Instrument Museum, which was very interesting because I like instruments. But then we flew back. And let's see, what did I do the rest of the break? I spent a lot of time in my basement messing around on my computer and making music things. Mike came over this Sunday
Yeah.
with his epic camera and lights and helped me record some drum covers.
Ooh.
And I recorded a drum cover coming
Keep
out
your eye
soon
on Micah Clark Films for
on YouTube.
an epic video.
May or may not be a Kids Bop song.
And then, there was something else I want. Oh, we had a class get together
Oh yeah.
with our senior class.
Oh, we should probably talk about
Oh
that.
yeah.
And everyone was able to come, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. We had pizza. We played some games. I don't know. We just kind of hung out.
Played
hung
Mafia.
Up. We
Caught
caught
up.
up,
Yeah, caught
and
up.
hung out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we played Mafia. That was also hype.
Mafia, ping pong. Didn't play Secret Hitler.
I did not win a game of ping pong.
Rip
Cringe.
Mike.
In Wausau, too. I haven't won a game of ping pong in who knows how long.
Dang.
Mike's just on a bad streak.
Better
for
get on
ping
that
pong.
grind.
I know.
And then this was yesterday, actually. Me and Mike went to the high school to help with music production IBU and did some recording with the kids. So that was also cool. They're not really kids. I'm not that much older. With the little children.
Little
If
children.
anyone is younger than you, they're a kid to you.
Yeah, sure. No, but that was also fun. I enjoy recording. So hopefully it was helpful for someone there.
There's some good bangers.
there were some bangers. There's a song called Galaxies. Actually, that's my I just named all of them what I thought they should be called. I don't know what the actual names are. There was one called Saturday Afternoon that was really funny.
I like that one.
Yeah, there are some good, well-written songs. I'm always impressed by people's creativity because I'm not very good at writing music. I just like recording and producing it. So it's pretty hype when other people just make songs and I just have to record them.
Yeah.
But that was kind of my break. It was very good, and now I'm headed back tomorrow, and I'm not ready.
Sag.
What did you say?
Sag.
Sag? What does that mean?
It's another way of saying sad.
Oh.
Why don't you just say sad?
Sag.
Sag.
It's more memey.
Oh my goodness.
Mitch, thank you again for keeping us relevant. I don't know what
Sag.
we'd do without you.
Yeah, honestly.
It's more of a Twitch thing.
Ah, yes.
But,
I
yeah.
watch many Twitch streamers. I should have
Same.
known that.
I
All
was
right.
shaking my head there.
Anyone else have anything they want to discuss about break?
Can I make a shameless plug?
Yes.
No.
What?
What?
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I have another thing I did over break, but it's also part of a shameless plug. I helped my friend film a wedding the first day of break, actually, on Saturday, right after he moved back. But I just like to make a little shameless plug for my freelance videography business.
What?
Yes.
If you or someone you know is getting married, or if your business needs a corporate video, go to everclarkproductions.com or check out my Instagram, everclarkproductions, or my YouTube channel, everclarkproductions. But everything, including pricing and portfolio and everything you need to know, is on everclarkproductions.com. This segment has been sponsored by everclarkproductions.com.
Guys, I just went to everclarkproductions.com.
A.K.A. me.
It's a sick website.
Yeah, check it out. I do weddings. I got some booked for the next few months. Got a couple of those booked. So if you want to also have your wedding booked, hit me up, everclarkproductions.com. Prices,
Exquisite
unbeatable.
quality
In fact,
for a low price.
If you're not planning on getting married, I'd like
Get
do that
married.
just so you can get a video from Micah.
yeah, reserve a spot like
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
years in the future.
Honestly. So
You
Sorry.
should probably get on that if you're not engaged. Probably
engaged.
by like spring break
yeah, come on, man.
for booking purposes.
Ring by spring.
Bring
Yeah.
by spring.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to add a little shameless plug in there because I just kind of revamped my website a little bit and I printed business cards. So I'm a little excited about that. So
Mike is
yo.
fancy.
yeah. So
Getting into it.
yeah, hit me up.
Anyone
mean-
else have anything they want to advertise? Mike, will you sponsor the podcast?
Yep. With my time.
That's not how that works.
I think sponsorship has to involve financial things.
Yeah, we should make a 245 website where there's like a donate button and then there's like sponsor an episode button.
And if people can get like shout outs
Yeah.
episodes for
Yeah.
sponsoring
Okay,
episode.
here's a good question for the guest of the pod. How much would someone have to pay? There's only one slot available for like a 30-second ad on the podcast. How much do we think it should be worth? Mitch, go first.
The first number that came to mind was $20.
Okay.
At least 75 cents.
Oh my word. Okay.
I also thought $20.
Oh, I was thinking $100.
Okay, we're not
Man,
that.
you guys
we're not
think our
that
time is
bougie.
kind of valuable.
Well,
We're
we
just
also
four college guys talking. I don't think our college
Well, we have 1,600 listens.
no. See, Josh.
we're popping off.
Josh, you're listening. You're thinking about this the wrong way. Okay, we don't need them to sponsor the episode because we don't need the money. So we should just crank it up. So if we don't get any, that's fine. But if we do get someone, we get a lot of money. Because you got to
Genius.
you got to think about this is split 4 ways. So
It's only 25 each.
yes, exactly.
Mm.
So I think I'm right about this.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. If you want 30 seconds of airtime, $100.
$100.
And I think we're also going to like back what's the word for this? We're gonna back charge if you've had like airtime in the past. So if I recall, like one time we talked about Gray's Bruin for like 2 minutes. So that's going to be $400.
Justin was on the podcast
Oh,
in your basement. Like
I'm
he wasn't an official guest, so that means he has to pay too. And Caleb.
yeah. So that was probably like a minute each. So that's another 200 from each of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We accept cash, check, Venmo probably.
Venmo at Micah Clark 56, MICAH 56.
And Bitcoin. We accept Bitcoin.
No.
Yeah.
I do.
We're not doing crypto.
Oh.
Crypto's garbage.
What about
okay.
NFTs?
Mhm.
We accept
Maybe.
NFTs as well.
Dogecoin.
Yes.
Guys, I think
Ethereum.
we've run out of substantial things to talk about.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that probably means we should just stop talking and wasting your time. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our Christmas break. Thanks for listening. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas break as well. And as always, we will catch you next week on another episode of the 245 podcast. Hope you all have a great day.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
See you in the next realm.
Peace out, gangsta.